everyone. I didn't expect to make this YouTube video at all, but the idea came to me over the weekend. I started rewatching a lot of sitcoms that I grew up watching when I was a kid in the 90s. I noticed that a lot of them had Halloween episodes or spooky episodes, and I haven't really been excited about a YouTube idea in a long time, so I thought, better late than never. Let's actually rewatch all of the spooky episodes from the sitcoms that I love. I thought about calling this segment Too Short Did Watch, but that doesn't really make any sense. But I don't care. I kind of want to keep it. And today's Too Short Didn't Watch, and today's Too Short Did Watch, I watched Living Single Season 2, Episode 8, Trick or Trust. And it's a pretty great episode. I really love this show. It's always been one of my favorites, and I love that it's recycling back into the pop culture conscience these days. And there's talk that they're gonna maybe reboot the show. So let's unpack this episode together.
Okay, so the episode starts off like a lot of these episodes do. The gang is hanging around the kitchen table. They're at Regine, Khadijah, and Sinclair's apartment, and Maxine, of course, is freeloading. What I think is really funny about Maxine saying that she doesn't like Halloween is because it gives kids an excuse to freeload. It's like, sis, are you for real? That's all you do when you're at their apartment. But I know that's the joke. And then I love how Obi and Sinclair are super into Halloween because I'm into Halloween, and I love to see people who, especially Black people, participating in things that we're told like we're not supposed to like or are weird. And I love this gag right here, this fake out where Obi pretends to cut off his head, especially because the only person it scares is Sinclair and Regine, but everything scares Sinclair. And it's really cool how it's just a simple trick of like a red beanie and some glue or whatever dripping down the front. It's a cool moment. I liked it. So we see Khadijah here working on probably an article or something for Flavor magazine. And do you see her hairstyle? Do you remember those slick ponytail style? And you use that black hair gel, that Ampro or whatever, to slick it down, your hair down to your scalp, real flat. I have so many memories of my scalp hurting so much from how tight those ponytails used to be. But her hairstyle just took me down memory lane for a second. I'm sorry. Back to the episode. So Khadijah's not really into Halloween, and she's preoccupied with work. And she gets invited to a Halloween party by her boyfriend Scooter, and I completely forgot about their relationship. It's been a while since I've watched Living Single, and I really miss this show. I watched it all the time when I was younger, and it was just something I forgot. I guess it slipped my mind. But Scooter comes and he invites Khadijah to a Halloween party. And since Obi and Sinclair are going to be busy at the apartment handing out candy to the trick-or-treaters, and Maxine doesn't like Halloween, of course, Regine has to accompany Khadijah and Scooter to the Halloween party to add to the extra madness for the storyline. So back to plot A of the show, where Obi and Sinclair are set on scaring Maxine. So I think this is third attempt at scaring her, and Kyle gets involved this time and try to make Maxine think that Obi got an axe to the head. And Maxine delivers a really funny line. She says, "Right axe, wrong head," which plays into the love-hate relationship she has with Kyle. I love it. It's good. And then Regine, of course, extra. Of course, she has to be Cleopatra. It's a good. Everybody's costume in this episode is perfectly matched to the character's personality. And so we, of course, get Khadijah Little Bo Peep, which is just the reveal of that. It's just the costume. It's funny, but the reveal is funnier. And what I really love about this show is that the whole cast has excellent comedic timing. And Queen Latifah knew exactly how ridiculous she looked in this costume. And so it works. It still works. So I forgot to mention this, but Scooter asks Khadijah if she could stop by his place and pick up his costume parrot because he's going to be a pirate for the party. So Khadijah will just pick up the parrot and then meet him at the party. And of course, he gets an ill-timed fax from an unnamed woman. We never get to see what it says, but it's supposed to be something inappropriate. And of course, Regine spins this into nonsense. Although, to be fair, I mean, maybe it's depending on what it was said, it could be wildly inappropriate to say that to a coworker or to someone you know who's in a relationship, but because we're never told what it exactly says, I don't know. I think Regine just spins it into nonsense because she gets off on drama. But that's just my opinion. How do you guys feel about what happens in this episode? So this is pretty funny. So Scooter and Khadijah are at the costume party and they're dancing, and Khadijah is making Scooter tell everybody that she's his girlfriend, which is really it's funny. It's a cheap laugh, but it's funny. And he doesn't know anything about the facts, so it's even funnier because he doesn't know that she's mad because of the facts.
Well, you made your point. No, I just want to let everyone know that the babe and the bloomers is my girl. Khadijah is girlfriend.
And of course, their misunderstanding gets fixed in no time at all because this is a sitcom and we only have so much time to tell a story, and I thought it was sweet. It happens in every relationship. There's a misunderstanding, and I just love that they go off and hook up somewhere. Okay, so we're back to a plot where Obie and Sinclair are still trying to scare Maxine, and so we get what actually ends up working. So Obie and Sinclair rush off to go upstairs to hook up, when Obie takes a tumble down the steps and makes Maxine think that he broke his neck from the fall. And so Kyle gets involved again as a good friend of Obie's and tells Sinclair to go call 911, and Maxine is just in a total frenzy and doesn't know what to do, and she's just hoping that Obie's going to be okay. And then, of course, it gets revealed that Obie was just playing a trick on her, and he's so happy that he finally scared her. And it's a funny moment, I gotta say. I would be so mad if a friend did this to me, but watching it happen to Maxine was really funny. And then Obie reveals that he had a camera hidden in one of the pumpkins, and they got this scare on tape. Tape, don't ask what that is, kids. And so they share the video with Regine, Scooter, and Khadijah, who end up having a laugh at Maxine's expense as well. And again, like Living Single and like a lot of sitcoms at the time, there's this final joke, like the joke's on you, haha, you spent this whole episode trying to do this to me, try to scare me, but I'm gonna get the last laugh on you. And Max reveals that Obie and Sinclair, I guess, scared her to death, literally. So she's a ghost. And I thought it was a really funny, scary ending. It's very fitting for her character to get the last laugh, and also a lot of sitcoms end their Halloween specials this way. So, thanks for watching my review of Living Single's Halloween episode, Trick or Trust. Thanks. Bye.